Hello again, welcome back to my channel. This is Katie Rolls With It. And in today's video, we are going to be planning in my hourly life planner for the week of January 5th through the 11th. Full disclosure, it is the 10th. What I like to do in my hourly planner is back plan because the planner that I use as my everyday ride or die is my daily duo, and so I like to write all the lists and everything that I need to do. But what I like to do as far as with this planner to archive it, see, I have a couple canceled stickers because I ended up canceling those appointments. I like to back plan so that the things I actually did go into this planner and not just the things that I wanted to do. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And what I have decided to do this year is I'm trying to be a good steward of my resources. I tried that as well last year, but I want to use up the kits that I have and use the kits that I have. I am going to order new ones as well, but at a limited amount because I want to use what I have. And so I have quite a bit of kit 703 from Planner Kate left over from last year. I bought the Daily Duo, the Compact Vertical, and it looks like a couple pieces of the hourly or the weekly. And I'm pretty sure that I will have enough, more than enough, to be able to knock this plan with me out. I also had a Misfit kit. This is 451, and they don't exactly match, but there are some colorings that kind of go. So I just had a few stickers left on that as well, and I needed a couple more. So I decided to go ahead and grab those. This is one of the ways that instead of buying the whole weekly kit, I'm pretty sure that these three were the only weekly kit stickers that I bought. And you can see that I was able to use it in another plan with me last year when I bought them, but I have more than enough to get me through. The Daily Duo, I do like the, this is the weekly sampler page, and I use most of it, but they have tons of these 1.5 inch boxes, right? I think so. So I can use those. This is the Daily Duo header kit. I'm not going to use these numbers, but I just had my whole kit together. So I will save these for another time, or if I ever want to redate a planner. I do have this left over, so it looks like I used it from the 13th through the 19th at some point, but this is the 5th through the 11th, so I have the exact numbers I need. And I'm just going to use the headers that come with the Compact Vertical kit. So I think I'm going to have more than enough. With the Compact Vertical, I was able to have a lot of the prints. I have quite a bit from the Daily Duo, and I do have some from the sampler. So I have more than enough. I also have the Daily Duo boxes there, but those I'm not going to use in this plan with me. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, we're kind of back planning. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is tomorrow, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up just a little bit. Okay. Let me grab my tweezers real quick. I did not grab those. One of the other things that I did is I filled in some of the stickers already, so this should be a fairly quick plan with me. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Let's see. I think we'll go in front. This is definitely one of the ways that if you like to buy a lot of Planner Kate kits, you don't have to buy every single sheet that is for each kit, because there is quite a bit in each kit that I don't always use up, and so I'm able to usually get more than one weekly plan with me and different kinds of planners from her kits. And especially if you're strategic and maybe buy 2 sidebar stickers or 2 date header stickers or something along those lines. Generally, it's pretty easy to get more than one week out of each kit. So I'm going to use these headers. I go with a compact vertical just because I can definitely get the thickness that I need. Plus, I don't know about you, but I do far less in the morning than I do in the evening. So I honestly need a little bit more space in the evening than I do in the morning. So I just pulled out one of my Erin Condren life planner rulers so that I can have a straight edge. And then this might just be right at the perfect. We'll see. Nope, pretty close. Yep. All right, so I'm going to go ahead while I have this flipped around. I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in here. I like the kind of the faux highlighter look, so that if they're not exactly perfectly straight or lined up, it doesn't really matter too terribly much. This one is a little long. There wasn't really a place for the number, which is fine. I just kind of threw it on the outside of it just a little bit. It is going to work perfectly fine for this plan with me. So, how is everyone doing? I cannot believe that we're already 1 week into the new year practically. I'm a little floored, but in a good way. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, let me go ahead and I think what I'm going to do is maybe throw this one down at the bottom here. Like I said, I need a little bit more room on the bottom than I do the top. So I'll go ahead like that. And I'm not going to worry, it's just a smidgen over. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to leave the habit trackers because I like to use them. A lot of times I get ones that match the kit, but writing right on the paper is totally fine. It's also 100% fine. Don't have to feel like you have to. All right, so that's what we got so far. It looks really cute so far. I think that I have these books as well as this little nook as far as longer boxes. And I have quite a few of these square boxes. I think what I'm gonna do, because this is kind of this bookshelf scene, I think I'm gonna use this one. And then of course I can toss this page, which I don't know about you, but I get really excited when I get through a whole sticker page. So I'm gonna put this here, and I think I'm going to line this up here. not gonna be enough. Okay. Let me. Okay. I'm going to use this checklist, but I'm actually going to use it as a border. So let's see. This is the one I want to do it at, but I want it up just a little bit. So I'm going to put it as a border right here. And again, I'm just really looking for something that's going to raise this sticker up enough that it's going to cover the January that's in green. And I don't always use those stickers. So it's gonna give us, it looks like just enough of a lift. Perfect. Okay, and then what I am going to do after that is I'm gonna use the this week here on the header that I had. Just straight under that. And again, it just kind of acts as a border. I don't use those all the time. I don't actually even have a compact vertical. So I just try to find different ways to kind of make the stickers work for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay down some of these stickers that I've put words on. So on Monday night, we have Bible study. It starts at 6. Oh gosh, forgot that these are like a little more centered. Okay. Trying to think of what all I have had this week. Okay. If you hear that, that's my husband. He's playing with his buddy. I was did work on payroll on Tuesday. And let's see, I did have, I think I'm missing one sheet. In fact, I know I am. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was missing, I also had the journaling sheet, and I used some of these, obviously. So I wanted to grab this on Tuesday. I had therapy, but I think that I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these square boxes, because by the time I leave and get back from therapy, it usually takes me at least an hour and a half, sometimes a little longer depending on traffic. So I kind of take a longer lunch on Tuesday so I could go to counseling. And then as well, these journaling stickers are not exactly as thick as these ones, or I mean as wide, so that works out really well. Okay. On Wednesday, I took the day off because I had a hair appointment. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that right there. We also had a church staff meeting on Wednesday. And actually, I think I'm going to get another square box because along with my staff meeting, I also had a one-on-one meeting with my pastor, like a annual meeting with him, like a review sort of a thing. So I am the worship director at my church, and so once a year, he kind of sits down with me. We make sure we're on the same page, and that I have an idea of where he is going for the year ahead, and that kind of thing. So I am going to go ahead and use that box to just signify that we were at the church for a little bit, for a while. The one thing that I did not find a sticker for, which is surprising to me, is hair appointment, which is okay. Because I have more than enough here that I can write it in. Let's see, I think I'll go with this color right here. Okay, I know I have some like scissors and a comb, like an icon, but I didn't think that I had anything that actually said hair appointment on it. We've used all of them anyway. And then normally on Wednesdays we have practice and Bible study, but I was not feeling the best. I don't know if you can still hear it in my voice, but I have not been feeling super great this week. I'm feeling better, 100% feeling better, but it's just a matter of I haven't really fully recovered just yet. So I am going to, I just ended up sleeping, to be honest. I slept the entire night, practically. So, all right, so Thursday there's my payday. So that's, gonna notate that right there. And then I do like to write down the bills that I paid, and so I'm going to grab this little guy here, and I paid, I think 4, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move this up. Oops. I like to mark these in the sidebar just because then if I have things going on, then I don't take up all the room. Okay, so let me see, 2 of that, 3, 4, okay, so I'm gonna use, looks like I have a couple stars here on this one, so stick that there, and then I also have a couple stars on this page here, but they're a different color, so I'm just gonna alternate them. Like so. Here, it looks like they're a little bit of a different size, but that's okay. That's all right with me. And I will write in the bills that I paid. I'm trying to think. I know a couple of them, but I'll write them in right there. And then the other thing that I was wanting to do is to mark down what book I've been reading this week. It is a book called C. Rose Lane, and it's been pretty good. I've read a good bit of it every single day, I think. So I'm just going to set that right here because I have been reading it all week. Okay, so let me see. I think I may go ahead and just lay this kind of on top of that, just as kind of a divider. And because I have the room, we'll go ahead and that part I'm gonna toss. It's not really that much left. So, okay. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take these 4 that I have left. Yeah, and I like to kind of put them in the center of the 2 lines because I write pretty big, and so that doesn't work for me for 2 reasons. One is I tend to not think through my spacing super well, so that I'm like writing into here. So if I leave 2 lines, then I can, you know, these lines kind of help me gauge the height of my letters, but then having an extra line is nice so that if I get here to the end, I can go to the second line as well. But it works out really well and kind of looks pretty symmetrical because I just kind of lay that in the center of that line. And so this I put to do things that I do that don't really have a day they have to be done, but that they just need to get done for the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this. I'm not done with it. I'm gonna keep it because it does still have quite a few. I could get 2 more weeks out of it, it looks like, which is cool. Okay. Last night, let me go back to Thursday. I usually turn in our schedule to our scheduler, and Thursday I also had a meeting with our training and development coordinator. At 11:30. We didn't meet this long, but I kind of prepared for it a little bit before the meeting too, so that works out. And then yesterday I had a few different meetings during the day. That did take a little bit of time, so I'm going to use a square box. I know a lot of people use these as decorative boxes, and that's awesome, and I love that. And sometimes I do as well, but I also like to use them to layer stickers on because it kind of signifies the time frame for me, and I really appreciate that. So let me see now. Okay. One of the things I did last night was when I got home, I ordered takeout for delivery. My husband and I usually like to, sorry, there's a hair caught under my sticker. Usually like to go out on a date night on Friday, but I honestly was like, I just like to come home and be in my space if that's okay. So we did that. Today I spent a few hours playing in my planner, so that's good. And then Friday It's one of my best friend's birthdays. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that right here on Friday. And again, this doesn't actually go with this kit, but the coloring is similar enough that oops, sorry about that. That other than, you know, like at first glance, you're not going to see it and be like, oh, those don't go, which I'm thankful for. All right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead this afternoon or this evening. My husband is going to go with our pastor and some friends from church to watch the Bears play the Packers. My husband is the only Packers fan among a bunch of Bears fans, and so they're playing tonight, so I thought that was cool that they invited him to come along, even though he's the odd man out. So, okay. I've got church tomorrow at 10:30. Before church, we have Sunday school here, like that. We also have a morning meeting at 9. Oops. Yeah. Kind of what happens when you put it together beforehand is sometimes it gets some like hairs and dust and all that jazz. Right now I am filming this video and it's about this time. Filming this video, and that means my goal is to put it up by tomorrow. Like that. I did also work in my planner on Thursday night. Okay. Friday is trash day. Go ahead and set that there. Okay, oops. Make that a little straighter, I think. Oh. All right, so I have 4 of these, which is good. I have something I do every morning that I work. I'm just going to write those down because those generally take place like as soon as I get to work, within like the first hour or so. I'm going to pull this up just so that I can put this down, and then I'll move that down just a little bit. Okay. I did not work on Wednesday, so this I actually did after the fact because I had quite a few meetings that had to take place right as I got in yesterday. So my preference is to do it in the morning because then I don't forget about it, you know, and it is something that has to be done every single day. But like here, I wasn't here on Wednesday. I just did Wednesdays on Thursday, so that's fine. I'm all done with that, so I got another sheet down. That's exciting. All right, so let's see what else my lovely, wonderful husband worked on laundry on Tuesday, so that's nice of him. All right, let me see, make sure I don't have anything else that was put in. Okay, so the things that I want to list here, my mother-in-law and I and a group of us we started the Bible recap reading plan, and I did really well until Friday. I did not do Friday, but I did Friday today, so that's okay. Or I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it here shortly. And then the other thing I'm going to that I told you I haven't been feeling the best, and so I've been making sure that I've been trying to take medicine in the morning and the evening, and so far I'm on track for that. So, okay. I really think that, I mean, other than writing my bills in and those few to-do things, I am going to have lunch at my mother-in-law's tomorrow afternoon. I think what I'm gonna do though is I think I'm gonna grab this box, because we usually are there for a few hours. So I'm gonna do that, and then maybe just use a smaller box here. To just mark that that's our lunch date. She provides for us every Sunday, and I'm so thankful for that. And then what I do need to make note of is I am starting a class and it starts on Monday, so I believe that you can check in tomorrow in the evening and do like your introduction of yourself and print off the syllabus and all that stuff. So I want to make sure I do that tomorrow evening. And let's see, I worked on attendance I don't know about you, but the beginning of the year is always kind of a little bit of a crazier time, because you're, making new spreadsheets for the year and all that. So I'm going to use this washi mainly because it gets that sheet down. And what I'm going to do is I have a weekend banner, and so I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. And then the weekend banner that happens to be on the sampler page here. Go ahead and grab that. And I'm going to put that right here, like so. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Monday I was at Bible study, but these 2 days I didn't feel well. So I spent the evening kind of just sort of punk in the sleeping a little more and that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to notate that. Just because I didn't feel the best. So I didn't do much. And again, when I'm looking back at my planner later, you know, it'll kind of be like, well, what did I do overnight? Well, I didn't do anything overnight. I just slept. So I think I'm just going to write sick right there, like that, and just kind of put it right there in the center. I might get a thicker pen, but all right. You know, I think that might be it. I still have quite a bit from this kit. I probably, honestly, could do one more weekly plan with me in an hourly with it, really just by getting some header stickers. I've got enough washi, I have more than enough boxes, and so that's why I always hold on to these. I put them back in like a Planner Kate sticker holder, and I usually hold on to them, and like I said, I've got more than enough to handle a whole nother week. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.